Hello and welcome to Condition by Kia. So for today in this Go Fit video, I'm going to be showing you 7 upper body exercises you can do with the door anchor and cables. So I'm using the Go Fit cable system. If you don't have that exact brand, you can use any sort of brand really, as long as you have cables, handles, and a door anchor. I'm going to be using some from the top of the door and some from the bottom of the door. But for the top of the door, you're going to want to make sure that the door anchor is above that top hinge. I'll show a little box here. And then for the bottom one, you want that to be just underneath the bottom hinge right there. But let's go ahead, let's start with that first exercise. First one is going to be a row to kick back. So you're going to get into like a hinge position right here. Arms are straight. You're going to row back to where your hands meet the armpit area. Then you're going to kick it back using those triceps, making sure you don't lock on the elbows, but you're going straight. So row, and then extend back. Keeping your posture the whole time. Think about your neck all the way down. 2, 3, 4, 5, let's go for 5 more. Let's do a whole set just so you can have some fun with it. Nine and 10. Sunshine to pull down. So you're going to bring your cables so that way they're behind you. And there's a bit of a tension already, so if you were to pull, there'd already be some tension there. So you're gonna pull in just slightly, rotate up like a sunshine, pull it down towards the shoulders. Now my body does have a slight lean forward, and this is mostly for shoulder mobility, but it does have a bit of a strength component as well. So you're going sunshine, pull it down, back up, all the way around. That's 3. And just like that. These ones feel really good, getting that range of motion in. Let's go for a few more. That way if you're following along with me here, you can enjoy the feel of these on your shoulder. Let's go for 2 more. Alright, so this one is going to be the single arm downward back fly. So I have one cable attached to one handle. I'm going to start with the handle lined up with my opposite shoulder. So as opposed to lined up here, it's giving you more range of motion. So this lines up directly in front of the opposite shoulder. You're going to flex it in a downward motion. And it's going to target a little bit in the front, a little bit in the back. 1, 2, 3, 4. Sorry about hitting the mic there. And of course you're going to do 10 for both sides. And the key is trying to keep that arm as straight as possible. If you notice you're pulling with a bent arm, then it's probably too heavy, and you're going to want to drop the weight so that way it's a bit lighter. Alright, this one is the single arm extension out. This is very similar to the single arm back fly. The difference is just in the motion really. You're still going to want to line that up pretty close to the armpit right here on the opposite shoulder. So about right there, that's where you want to start. And you want your elbow up. And it's going to go, it's going to go in that same alignment with the cable. So think about that alignment there. And then you're just going to extend down and then bring it back. You should feel the back of the shoulder, a little bit of triceps, and then your palm is facing you, and then it goes palm facing away. And then you want to make sure you get both sides as well. So this one's going to be the cable upward chest fly. You're going to want your cables on the bottom of your door anchor, and drag your arms out just slightly behind the hips, not too far out to be back here because then it's gonna be crazy range of motion. You wanna be just behind the hips here. Back is up nice and straight, knees are unlocked already, so that way you can flex out on your core. And feet are gonna be shoulder width. From here, rise your arms up to about shoulder height, and then bring it back down. Squeeze your chest as you bring it up to shoulder height, maybe just above if you need to be. And that's all you're gonna do, from behind the hips to upward to shoulder height. Keeping your arms as straight as possible. If you cannot keep your arms in that straight position, try lowering the weight as opposed to hurting your elbow. You should feel this deep in the chest. Let's go for 3 more. Give it a bit of a hold for that extra bit there. When you give that a bit of a hold on the top, you're really gonna feel that extra bit in the chest. All right, these ones are gonna be the underhand rows. So you're gonna want your feet in shoulder width position. You're gonna get into a hinge position with your hips. So that way your knees are unlocked, your hips are in that ready position, palms are up, and you're gonna pull that to the hips right there. Try to keep your forearm to your wrist straight. And your cables are gonna look more like a V as opposed to underhand like that. But it's still working like an underhand row. Keep your neck and your spine as straight as possible, and squeeze your back. Let's go for a few more. Alright, so this one is going to be the wood chop. So with the cable, door anchor at the bottom, one cable, one handle. Your feet start pretty wide, and you're going from one hip, and you're going all the way up and across as if you're going to throw the cable up and away. You're giving a rotation in your abs at the same time as lifting your arms. 3, just like that, from one hip all the way to the sky. Go for 2 more here. And there we go. Well, thank you so much for joining me. Hopefully you're able to use these 7 exercises and incorporate them into your workout plans and routines. If you ever have any fitness or nutrition questions, definitely feel free to reach out. I have a website here. You can always check that out as well if you wanted to learn more about my training. And I hope you have an awesome, wonderfully blessed day. Stay tuned for next Wednesday where I'll be giving another Go Fit video. So have an awesome, wonderfully blessed day. Hope to see you in the next one.